Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your reading for the period covering May 28th through June the 10th, 2024. This is a reading if you're Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising, or have another significant Aquarius placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome, it's good to have you, and if you're returning, welcome back. If you do like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos, leave me a comment if you choose, and check the description below for links to my website and services that I offer, as well as my social media. Every morning at 6:30 a.m. on Instagram, on my Transition Life Coaching Instagram feed, I actually do a live stream where I discuss some of the topics connected with the spiritual coaching that I do, and then I also do another daily reading there, so you can always check those out. Okay, so this is going to be done according to the 12 houses of astrology. I do that to keep it as general as possible and to try to cover all bases. If a specific narrative comes up, I will say what it is. But I will also try to give it some interpretations that are a little more general, because not everything's going to apply to everybody. But do take what resonates and leave the rest, because again, this is a general reading, so some aspects of it may not be for everybody. Okay, so starting at the beginning. First house is Aries energy. Aries is your personality, how you present yourself to the world, how others see you. Okay, so we have fire with the Two of Wands. So right now you may be at a crossroads. Fire indicates that you may be making some changes. There's a determination and an inspiration that comes with fire, but also a sense of, I'm going to use the word purging. I don't actually like that word that much, but there definitely seems to be the idea of deciding what stays, what goes. And if there's problems, okay, we're going to solve them. Let's get inspired here. So right now you are at a point of making decisions about who you are and about where you're going right now. The second house is Taurus energy, and this is about money, finances, in particular, possessions, things like that. Now we have winged this with Justice. For some of you, I don't know if there's money coming in from some legal source, or if there's some money that you're waiting on. Maybe there's some kind of legal process or something that may be holding things up, because Justice to me can literally have to do with legal paperwork or red tape or things like that. But we do have winged disc, and winged disc indicates success, overcoming difficulties or obstacles. So, and also this has to do with fairness. So if there's been some kind of an unfair situation with regard to your money or finances, this is definitely indicating that there's going to be justice coming for you, that there's going to be fairness in a particular situation. And if you are having money difficulties, I do feel like there could be a solution here. For some of you, the solution might involve doing something legal, maybe applying for some kind of assistance or something. It doesn't have to be that, but that could be true for some people. Third house, Gemini energy, communications, messages of all kinds, short journeys, brother-sister relationships. And also if you're self-employed, this would be about being in your own business. Okay, so we have Bast with the Queen of Pentacles here. So now Queen of Pentacles, now that could be you. I mean, that tends to be more earth energy. Queen of Pentacles is usually Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But there's this energy here. And again, I don't know, the word mother's popping into my head because Queen of Pentacles can have kind of that motherly type of energy to it. So for some of you, I don't know if that's who it is. If not, it just seems to be a figure who, again, could be female, but just somebody maybe who is very, very interested perhaps in a situation, maybe somebody you're communicating with. And again, I don't know if this has to do with business, if this is a family thing. But Queen of Pentacles is about financial and business success. So I feel like there's a sense of money being provided for something. And Bast we have is the happiness card. So yeah, I feel like this is something about this. For some of you, this may be networking in a business sense. I feel like there could be a need to try to maybe establish yourself or somebody who's going to help you establish some kind of stability in terms of your finances or in terms of business. And this this does seem to be somebody who recognizes you for something that you're doing, or just somebody with whom who is part of your network in some way. Because I always feel like Bastet has to do with socializing in our social networks in some way. So take that as it resonates. But I feel like there's a chance to expand here, maybe even just through expanding your network. But it does feel like there's going to be some good news from somebody in your network. Fourth house, Cancer energy. Cancer is about home, environment, can be about family, particularly the mother. but just has to do with home in terms of where you live in your physical home in that sense, and also your sense of security and being at home, as well as ancestral matters. Now we have Sphinx with Hermit here. So I have a feeling recently maybe you've gone through a period of withdrawal. Sphinx has to do with secrecy. Maybe there's been things you've been kind of keeping to yourself. Now I don't know if these things are happening around a family situation. Like, in other words, if this means family secrets of some kind, maybe they have to have light shed on them or have them be uncovered, or whether or not this is just you keeping secrets and saying, no, I'm kind of, maybe you're keeping a secret from your family, or maybe you're just kind of retreating into your own home space, because the Hermit definitely indicates the idea of retreating, maybe not saying a whole lot right now about something, and taking time out to withdraw and really think things through in a very thorough kind of a way. Hermit is also strong Virgo energy, so I don't know if anybody who is Virgo is involved, or if this is, maybe this is pointing to something closer to the time of Virgo. Again, does not have to, but that might apply for some people. Fifth house is Leo energy, creativity, children, love affairs, sometimes recreation and leisure. Okay, so we have Osiris here with the Nine of Swords. So Nine of Swords can indicate a situation where we have anxiety about something. So I don't know if this is anxiety about a love affair. It could be anxiety about a child. Or it could be just anxiety about something you're doing creatively. However, with Osiris, I think the worry here is connected to stability. Whether or not you have stability, or whether or not maybe you're making a good decision about something. I mean, I feel like Osiris has to do with that. For some people, this could have to do with a difficulty with somebody who is a father or who has father energy, because Osiris to me is very much the father in that sense. But I also feel like there's a sense of taking a leadership position in something, or taking action, or being the lead person. There does seem to be some mental anguish or anxiety around this. I do feel like the two of these together suggest that there's mental anguish in a situation that is actually stable, but maybe there's just some worries about how things are going to change or where they're going to go. And yeah, now we have the sixth house. This has to do with this is Virgo energy. Could have to do with health and healing. Could also have to do with a job, like a job where not self-employment, but a job where you're paid by somebody else. It can also have to do with basically worries and anxieties more generally. And yeah, we've got Pyramid with the Tower. So the Tower can indicate a crisis or a sudden change. For some of you, I don't know if this is a job loss or just making some kind of a major change. There does seem like there's some kind of a shakeup that has happened recently. And in these shakeups, I think you've definitely felt tested. I mean, Pyramid comes up when we feel like we've been tested or challenged in a particular situation. So whether this relates to work, whether this relates to health, there have been some recent challenges here. The presence of Pyramid here does indicate that there's good news eventually, but there may be some things going on right now that you're still trying to work through. So whether this just is generally just something you're worried about over here more generally, or whether this is specifically about a job or a health issue that you can determine. I try not to make too many predictions about health stuff, and I don't necessarily feel that that's what that's about. But but also I always tell people I'm not a doctor, I'm a tarot reader. So if anything did come up, and if you do feel like there might be some kind of a shakeup or a situation with health, definitely your doctor is the person to talk to. Seventh house, Libra energy. Marriages, business partnerships, contracts, things like that. Any kind of legal partnership. Okay, we've got Earth with Three of Pentacles. So if I feel for somebody here, this is a business partnership. I mean, we had this Queen of Pentacles over here. We have this idea of the network. So I feel like maybe you're getting ready to go into business with somebody, or maybe somebody's offering you some kind of a deal where you're going to be able to partner with them in some way. In any case, this seems to be where the money is coming from. And again, we have the Queen of Pentacles over here, which again is this Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and this is a very similar thing. I mean, we've got this Pentacle energy and this money energy. So there's definitely something connected. Now, whether this has to do, if you're married, if this has to do with your partner, or whether this literally has to do with a business partnership or contract, it does seem like you may be working with somebody, partnering with somebody to make money at this point. Eighth house. This is Scorpio energy. Scorpio is transformations, so birth and death, endings, beginnings, other people's money, joint finances. Okay, so we have Thoth with the Knight of Pentacles. So there's a lot here about timing. When it comes to the major changes that are going on in your life right now, things may be going along slow and steady. If you've got a lot of fire in your energy here, there may be a situation that you want to see resolved much more quickly. But, and maybe that's why, maybe there's been some kind of a thing, a shakeup here, maybe with a job or maybe connected to somebody in your family. I mean, I don't know. Again, take it as it resonates. But there's definitely a sense of divine timing here. When Thoth shows up in this house, it says there's a change coming, there's big change coming, but it's coming at the right time. So there's nothing you can do to hasten that change. With Knight of Pentacles, there's definitely the sense of something, slow and steady, much more Saturnian, more like the Saturn energy of we move along slowly, one day at a time, gradually building up to where we are. So if you're not a fan of sudden change, like we have with the Tower, this does seem to indicate kind of a slow and steady plodding along at the rate that it's supposed to go for some kind of a change that's going on in your life right now. So take that as it resonates for you, but I definitely say, there's definitely a strong sense of things may not be going as fast as you like, but everything is going according to the timeline that it's supposed to go according to. So it's not as though you've missed an opportunity or something has happened, or you're basically on the right track and the right timeline. Ninth house. Okay, this is Sagittarius energy. Sag has to do with long distance travel, higher ed institutions, spirituality and religion and faith, and also institutions connected to anything like that. And also legal matters. And it's interesting because we had Justice over here in your financial sector, and now we're seeing Seth over here. So, and we're having Seth with Anubis and with the Sun. So, okay. These things together. Now, Anubis sometimes has to do with travel. So maybe for some of you, you have a long distance trip of some kind that's been delayed. Seth can come up when a trip is delayed or canceled. And Anubis does have to do with travel. But it can also be a situation in which maybe legal protection is required. And I wonder about that just because I see Justice over here. I don't know if some of you maybe are in a legal situation where you're worried about or concerned about the outcome. Maybe it's connected to a job. Or again, there's the possibility here that I don't know, it could be connected to a creative project you're doing. Maybe you're trying to partner with somebody new. Maybe there's some kind of legal thing that's holding you back in the past. I don't know. But again, we do have the Sun card, and I do want to point out that we have the Sun disc over here. So I have a feeling whatever this is, there's something financial about this. This could be a legal financial matter where you feel like you need to be protected, but the Sun definitely indicates the sun shining, clarity coming in, and a positive outcome. So that is very, very good news there. Okay, 10th house. This is Capricorn. This is this is your own. No, I'm sorry, that was the previous reading. Capricorn energy. This is career, fame, reputation, and also potentially father energy. Okay, twins and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, the fact that I'm seeing Earth over here in the 7th house and this in the 10th house, there is definitely a partnership that's going to be coming up in your career, and this is going to represent a shift or a change. The wheel is moving. You are doing something different and partnering with somebody new and doing something different in your career. Whatever this partnership is, it is definitely going to be lucrative, and it is going to be something that will help you establish a level of stability. But I just feel like there's some worries about some things connected to, I don't know. It definitely seems to be connected to job or finances in some way. But we are definitely seeing a positive change. This is a turn in the wheel, and it's an inevitable turn in the wheel, okay? Again, we talked about timing over here. Whatever is happening here, again, is happening, the wheel is turning, and it's happening at the time that it's supposed to. So I definitely feel like there's going to be a big change in movement, and a partnership of some kind is going to be involved in your future career. This reading is actually going faster than I usually do, but that's because I feel like the cards are just kind of jumping out in a formation. Sometimes they're a little more ambiguous in what they could mean in these different houses for different people, but I feel like these so far have been very, very clear cut and straightforward. Okay. So 11th house, this is your own energy, Aquarius energy, friendships. This could have to do with your goals, your hopes and wishes. Again, social networks, friends, things like that. And also your destiny and what you're manifesting. All right, so you have Urias with the Seven of Wands. Now, I don't know whether this has to do with a friendship or whether this has to do with a goal that you have, but Urias seems to indicate something unexpected here. There's also the sense of secrecy. So for some reason, I feel like there's something going on that you need to keep a secret from others. This is like keep a hope or wish under your hat and work silently toward it with Urias. This can also be... this could just be something that comes out of left field. Maybe it's going to be from a friend, or maybe somebody, or this could also just be an unexpected offer from a friend too. It doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing, but the fact that we have it with the Seven of Wands indicates a situation, maybe somebody unexpectedly challenging you on something is really more what this feels like. And Seven of Wands is, so there may be certain information that you don't want to share with somebody, maybe who you feel doesn't have your best interests at heart. And Seven of Wands here indicates a need to defend yourself and to stand your ground. Yeah, I don't know. Like now, what's presenting this self to me here is that something connected to your money or something connected to a job. Maybe there's a new start that you're making. Maybe you're making a new partnership with somebody, and somebody may be giving you problems about this. Maybe there's a legal matter. Maybe there's something that's getting sorted out here, and maybe you feel the need to hide what you're doing and to hide maybe certain things from people or certain goals that you have because you don't want somebody to interfere with something. That's kind of what I feel like is going on here. Like there's been some kind of a change, and maybe there's been some kind of unexpected fallout from that change. But it is going to be solved. I mean, we've got Pyramid, which indicates good news eventually. We've got the Sun. We've got the Winged Disc. Whatever's going on, fairness is going to prevail in it. That's what I can tell you. And then finally, okay, we have the 12th house here. This is Pisces energy. So Pisces is about what's hidden, what's unconscious, what's repressed, what maybe you're not seeing in a particular situation, and or what you maybe are fearful or in doubt of. Okay, so we have Ace of Swords with Sirius. Ace of Swords, of course, is about a new beginning. Again, there's an unexpected element to this card. I always feel like Ace of Swords is like something coming in with a bang or a big change. But it definitely has to do with mental energy, with thinking. And Sirius, again, is about thinking outside the box. So I feel like you have new ideas. You're doing something unconventional here. And I think there may be some fears about how that's going to go, whether or not you have the resources to be able to make this change work. But I feel like it's saying that you most definitely do. Because this is something that's at the beginning, because it's something where certain things have not transpired yet, they may take some time. And you are definitely fired up to solve problems and to make some changes maybe to your identity or to what you're doing. I do feel like there's, I think everything is happening at the right time and in the right way, and the things that are not resolved right now are going to be resolved, okay? Overall, we have, you've got Isis. So I feel like there's a situation where compassion is required, and I feel like a lot of this may be about self-care. But there's also a situation where maybe you have to be patient. Maybe there's a situation where you're needing to think about the feelings of others. There could be a family vibe here too with Isis, because sometimes this has to do with mother energy. But I feel overall like this is a situation where you just need to patiently persevere with something. Some of these things that may be problematic here, maybe something that is stuff here that's problematic. I feel like is going to it's going to be resolved, but some patience is required. Now we have two pages here. With this, we have the Page of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, this is definitely messages coming in. This definitely implies new beginnings, new plans. But Page of Swords can indicate people who not everybody has your back on this. Okay, there's a person trying to stab you in the back here. And that may be what some of this other energy is. Maybe there's something going on here that you didn't expect, or maybe something is going on behind the scenes. So definitely make sure you're getting all the information, not only from direct sources, but indirectly as well. But ultimately, I just feel like, you've got a new plan. Yeah, you've got some of these people over here, but I feel like that influence is going to be going away because you are definitely meant to be moving into this better space. I mean, the places where we're seeing some of this, we are definitely seeing new partnerships. We're seeing cards like the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune. So we've got some majors, we've got the Hermit, we've got Justice, the Tower. All these things are pointing to change that is happening at the appropriate time and in the appropriate way. So I do actually think things are going to be fine for you, Aquarius. But right now there could just be some shakeups and some challenges. Let me do a essential oil oracle here. Let's pull an extra card for you and see what we've got for Aquarius for May 28 to June 10. Okay, our oil card is oregano. So let me read to you what the keyword is. It is resonance. The trigger statement is, I am right. The true statement is, I am open to the unknown. You are being shown what is dissonant in your life. Allow the beliefs that are not serving you to fall away and be open to your bright future. Okay. So yeah, there may be a sense here that you are trying to let go of something from the past. Some of this may be external. Some of this may be you worried about moving forward in the future and what that's going to bring. But ultimately, identities, situations, relationships, whatever that are not part of who you are, you need to stand your ground and you need to move forward with what it is that you need to do. So I do feel like ultimately, I do feel like this is a very positive reading. I just feel like you're at a crossroads. You may be meeting with some resistance in some places, or there could even literally be some legal issues for some people. But I also see new partnerships and that these are going to help you develop financially and move in a new direction. So I hope this is helpful for you, Aquarius. If you did like this reading, subscribe, hit the notification bell, give me a like, thumbs up. And of course, you can also leave me a comment if you choose. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in June.